Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. إذا أنتم هون جديد أهلا وسهلا فيكم. أنا سارة لي, a beautician based here in Lebanon. So for today's video, we're gonna learn how to do this makeup, and I'm going to be using and reviewing exclusively the Royal Cosmetic brushes, Royal Gold, and we're gonna use a little bit from the master set because in there's simply too much brushes that you don't know what to do with them, literally in a good way. So if you guys want to see how I created this, keep on watching. Today we're going to be doing a glam makeup since you guys actually asked for it to do a glam makeup, and I already have an idea of what I want to do. You can't say glam without thinking of royalty. This set is literally called Royal Gold, and it's actual royalty. This set comes with 12 brushes, 12 kind of unique brushes as well, with the foundation brush that comes in an angled shape, and the fan for the highlighter brush, and the biggest fluffy brush I've pretty much ever owned or ever seen. So stay tuned to see how we're gonna use all of these brushes with this royal tutorial. First, I'm going to tell you about the brushes a little bit. They come in this package. You have the instructions and every single one with their names. And you get as well that these brushes are actually vegan and cruelty-free. They are 12 brushes. Every single one of them is just so soft. I've had them for more than a month and I've use them every day ever since. Even normal makeup that like is just like blush and bronzer, I use them. You can tell I really like them, and we're gonna get into details and into brushes and quality and if they work, if the hair falls, and all these things. So I applied my skincare routine already, but since this is a glam makeup, this is a makeup that you would not do for a day. This is more of a nighttime. So I'm going to apply, the only time you're allowed to use eye cream that is only for night and you want to use it with makeup is when you're going out at night. Never use an eye cream that says you're supposed to only use it at night. And use it in the day, no matter what, because this is not supposed to be, you know, used on a skin that is going to have exposure to UVB and UVA. I'm gonna take a little bit of the cream with these very long nails that they are from Royal Cosmetics as well. The blending. But you don't need a lot either. That's what happens when you have long nails. So I'm just going to pat it. If you want to apply this makeup for day, don't use eye cream that is only meant to be used at night. Just use any moisturizer you have if you don't have one that is used AM and PM. Put it around your eye just to hydrate so that the concealer will sit amazingly. So since I'm going for a glam look, always start with the eyes. It's so much better. It's less stress when you go with the eyes first because all the fallout will have nothing underneath. You just wipe it off and then you do your face. Since I don't have a concealer brush between this set, I'm gonna use this from the master set from Royal Cosmetics as well. There's gonna be a video about this set. This set simply has too many brushes, which is why I'm gonna put a little bit of the other brushes in here so that, you know, you get a little bit of everything. I want a blank canvas since I am creating something not so natural. And I'm gonna use the concealer brush. I'm gonna go over it with a sponge just to make sure that there's no excess and everything is blended well. And now we're gonna start with the shadows. I'm gonna start with a transitioning shade. So I'm gonna pick this R08 and I'm gonna dig it in this color right here from Samoa Camilla eyeshadow and metallic highlighter palette. I'm gonna mix the color a little bit because I want a little bit darker than this with this color right here. I'm gonna grab this orangey shade and just go over it. Don't forget, in glam makeup, the key is to build the colors. I don't want to have right away what I want. I want to build it so that there's like a 3D dimension to it. I'm gonna take this orangey shade from the Ruby Rose Honeymoon palette. I'm gonna grab the R06. I'm just gonna blend the edges. There's nothing in there, so I'm just blending everything in. Now I want a darker color to go over it, so I'm gonna use Wink Wink from the Eye Flirt Party Look. I'm gonna use the same brush again, and I'm gonna mix it a little bit with For Chocolate. I'm gonna go in the inner portion of my eye, in the outer corner Don't forget, it's not gonna stay like that, but it's a glam makeup, so it's not supposed to be very natural يعني أصلا. I'm gonna take back the R06 and I'm just gonna blend it in. Now I'm going to apply this Essence I Love Effects eyeshadow base as well. This is in the color Agah. I still have never used this, but I want it for the dark shade right now, so I'm just going to dot a little bit. I don't need much, and I don't know how dark this is, so I don't want to overdo it. I don't know if it's supposed to be that way. I've never used it before, so I don't know if it's supposed to be this natural, but we're gonna say it's supposed to be this natural and it grabs the color. We're gonna go with that. We're gonna try a wear test for another time because now I can't. I want to create something beautiful. I don't want to create something to just see the wear test on it. I'm gonna use the color In the Club. The way this applied was beautiful. I'm gonna use At Sunset because that's not exactly the color I was going for. And I'm gonna use In Sparkles Shimmery White. And I'm gonna use this Juicy Beauty 773, the color right here. Now you can take any orangey, pinky color to just intensify where it faded out and just fluff it out after that with a clean brush. At the end, just grab a shimmery gray and apply it on top. And we're gonna create an outer wing because we're gonna create an eyeliner. It's gonna go with it. So now I finished this eye, and the eyeliner is gonna be pretty much our last step. So now whatever you want to do to correct it, to get the colors a little bit more the way you want them, is the perfect time. Take this 773 from Juicy Beauty. I'm gonna take the orangey color because I want it a little bit more to be bricky here than the way it is right now, to be more on the brick color side. And I'm just going to like create space between them. I know this looks crazy right now, don't worry, it's all gonna come together at the end. I'm gonna take Be Unique from a Natural Look Yes I Can Talk palette and build it up. Now we're gonna blend everything with the R6. I'm just gonna brush it out. I'm going to put For Love, just so that it gives it a little bit more of that orangey shade. Don't forget that's a night look, so we want whatever lighting, just blind everyone with it. And it takes time and it takes blending. It takes a little bit of patience and to just really trust the process, because obviously like that I'm not satisfied, but at the end it's gonna look good. You just need to trust the process. I'm gonna take Do My Best on the R06 and I'm gonna lay it right here. I'm gonna take a little bit of Be a Star, which is more of a red color. I'm going to lay it on the inner portion of my eye. See how it gave it that darkness? So I did this eye off camera. We put a mascara on and the whole eyeliner thing, and now we're gonna repeat the same process here. I took the Wacom Baked Eyeshadow Wet or Dry in the color 105. It's a dark black. I mix it with water and I put it in this paint brush. I'm gonna use the eyeliner brush later. Now I'm just gonna draw with it because I want another brush dry. So now I'm gonna draw. I actually want it to be like very dramatic. We want it to be long. Baked eyeshadows are the easiest to create whatever eyeliner you want. I'm gonna drop it a little bit to my bottom lashes. And now I have kind of a hooded eye. Whenever you want to create something like that, it's usually not really suitable for hooded eyes, but if you want to create it, then open your eye, look at it. You know, I see the fold here. I'm gonna draw where I see. I'm gonna keep my eye open so that I actually can't see the graphic eyeliner with my eyes open how it looks like, because if I close them or if I push my eye up, I won't be able to see how the shape will actually look like once it's done. Okay, and now I can actually spread my eye and fill it in. We're gonna get in the inner corner. Now I'm gonna take R10 and I'm just gonna fluff the eyeliner. You can thin this eyeliner out, you can make it as thick as I'm making it, you can do whatever you want with it. So this whole process is pretty much apply, see what needs to be fixed, and then fix it and just apply, fix it, apply, fix it. That's how pretty much everything's gonna go. And I am going to apply shimmer on top of the eyeliner, so that's why I'm going to stop here. I'm going to correct it later because I want to fill in that part, the orange part. I want it to be the exact same color as my lid. I'm going to take In the Club again and 4 flowers. And whatever you did with the eyeliner wrong, you can buff it out with this. And I'm going to tight line just so that it comes a little bit more together, so that I know what I need to fix more and make it more similar. I don't really want it to be precise where the sparkles are going, so I'm going to take back the R6 and I'm going to dip it in sparkles, literally. I'm going to take as much as I can excess off, and I'm just going to apply it in here. This is the only place it's going to be applied. I'm going to take now R7, and I want it a little bit more to be on the orangey side on the outer corner, so I'm just going to buff it out a little bit on top. Now, if I realize that the actual sparkle is dimming a little bit the eyeliner, I'm just going to take back my angled brush that has still eyeliner in it, and I'm just going to draw it again. Okay, now we're going to get into cleanings. You think there's nothing. You would think there's nothing. There's not that much excess, but there is. So I'm just going to clean all the fallout, which there is fallout. You would think there isn't. I'm going to apply my primer, tapped it, and I look like I'm actually rubbing it. I'm not rubbing it, I'm tapping it. I'm going to apply concealer, and after that we're going to apply the eyeshadow underneath. So I actually just dropped this brush into concealer, so I'm just going to apply it. Now I'm going to take back this concealer brush from the master set. Now I'm going to grab the Samoa Matte Skin Envy Setting Powder. I'm going to grab this R05 and I'm just going to lay it. Now if you want a little bit overboard anywhere in here, just with whatever is left from the baking powder, blend it in. See how it's gonna blend in? I'm gonna use whatever is left on the brush from the R8. Just going to pass it underneath my eye. Just a little bit of red to give it a little bit more of a pop. We're gonna take in sparkles. The eyes are done finally. Now we're gonna move on to our skin. So I'm gonna use the R02, which is the 3D foundation brush. I mean, this foundation brush is just so exceptional. It's dense, and you're gonna see how it's gonna apply foundation right now. I have too much eyeshadow on my hand, so I'm gonna use a little glass. Mix it on one side, so what I'm gonna do is that I'm just gonna lay it on my skin. This foundation brush lays the product in a way that it looks so much like skin. Not kidding. Now you're probably gonna say you said the same thing in the BH video. That's because the BH brushes are so good. Like, everyone that is, you know, the makeup industry swears by them because they are very good. This isn't the same, like, top quality wise and like بحطهم بنفس المقامة لأنه literally in a second everything is blended in. I mean, right now there's no need to do anything. I don't need to pass a blender over it or do anything. خلاص حاضر. The same brush again. I'm gonna apply contour. I'm gonna use the edge in here to just apply it. You can pass over your eyeshadow a little bit to blend everything, just to melt it in, like really melt it in. Don't forget, I usually contour somewhere in here, so you can pass a little bit over it with whatever is left on the brush. Definitely go to the neck. I'm not going to. Now we're gonna apply lipstick. Too much. I feel like I want this to fail. I don't want this to fail. Just look how it's going to blend it. I love to get my blush higher because I don't really have cheekbones. If you don't have cheekbones like me, it's just gonna give you that impression that you have them. Now, it's just because I use that much, I'm gonna go over a beauty blender after that. Because this is too much pink. Apply a little bit here. But before I'm gonna go with the blender, I'm going to take my concealer brush again, and I'm going to conceal a little bit here around my nose and highlight a little bit here, 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 and here. I'm gonna take my Aliak facial mist. I put it in a glass bottle. It doesn't come in that. And then we're gonna go over the blush. Just melt everything in. The foundation brush already did such a good job, but I wanted to drop the color a little bit down, not be that in your face blush. Now I'm gonna take the gigantic Deluxe powder brush R01. I'm gonna dip it in the Skin Envy, tap it in here. I feel like in the 1800s when they used to have these big puffs, and whenever they applied even a tiny bit of powder would just go everywhere, and I really like that. I don't mean it in a bad way, I mean it in a really nice way. The feeling of this powder on your face is everything you've never felt, but everything you've always wanted. Now I could literally just stop here and leave if you don't want to look like there's too many products on your skin or anything. Right now my skin looks like skin. It looks like I was bronzed and contoured and snatched and blushed up, and like this is literally how I wake up every morning. You know, we're gonna go a little bit more fancy today. So now I'm gonna use this 03. It's an angled contour and slash bronzer brush. And I'm gonna use this Juicy Beauty Fairy Highlighter Palette 222, and I'm just gonna mix all the bronzers together. The nose, just pass it. Again, skin still looks like skin. I love that. I'm gonna take the R10, which is a double-sided angled and spoolie brush with the Aliak eyebrow soap. I'm gonna drop the color to my nose so that we get a little bit of a contouring moment. And I'm gonna grab the R12. It's an angled small highlighter fan brush. I'm gonna grab pretty much all the Juicy Beauty highlighters. I'm gonna focus more on the gold one. Look at that. Little bit on the brow bone. So now we're gonna apply our lipstick. I'm gonna go with a red lipstick. I already scrubbed my lips and I already applied lip balm from the beginning. I'm gonna use this Ruby Rose Bottom Liquido lip liquid. So I'm gonna draw my lips. I'm gonna use this Lady Lola Bloody Red. وهلا I'm gonna use this R11 lip brush to control a little bit more where it goes. So now that I applied the lipstick, so I don't want to leave it matte. You can definitely leave it matte, but I'm gonna try to put a little bit of gloss on it. So I'm gonna use the Feels from Ruby Rose number 80. We're making it a little bit more New Year's Eve makeup, glam makeup, like very glam makeup. I mean, with these brushes, that's the only thing I want to do every morning. Like, I'm not kidding. Every morning, whenever I use them, I have this urge of like creating something very glam, and I need to hold myself from doing this. I'm gonna use now the Aliak facial mist. Sometimes I'm actually kind of forgetting to use this, but such a makeup, it's literally the cherry on top of the cake. Just how beautiful are these brushes? Like the whole diamond handle thing. I mean, these are probably my dream brushes that I've always dreamed of getting, but I didn't know where they were available, and Ranim just حققت حلمي. I think ever since I got this set, I'm like, good. You know, I don't need any more brushes. I'm like, I'm satisfied. Like, I think I finally found the brushes that like satisfy me, like very satisfy me, and I'm like, I'm good. Yeah, I could use a little bit more brushes. Not really, but like for a makeup artist, you can never get too much makeup brushes, but I'm like in a place where I'm satisfied. I really am satisfied. So if you guys are planning to get these, definitely do it. Yeah, I'm kind of pissed that there's not really a concealer brush or eyeliner brush between them, but these are beautiful. So if you're planning to get something royalty in makeup brushes, go for these or for the other 3 sets that they have launched till this day. I don't know if when I'll post this video there'll be more brushes available from them. Leather bag is so nice, by the way, and they have their own logo underneath. It's just perfection, really, and it feels very beautiful. I don't think this is real leather, which great, by the way. Like, don't be happy for real leather. Yeah, I mean, this just makes you feel like you're a queen, like, in some way. And with this makeup, I mean, So obviously put lashes with this makeup. I'm just not going to because I'm taking it off in a few minutes. Definitely apply lashes if you're going out. Individual lashes would be amazing with this look. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Tell me, guys, if you have this set brush, if you're planning to get it, how you can get it from their own site that they have launched recently. I'll put the link in the description down below. All the products are actually going to be in the description down below. I'll see you in my next video. I'm going to take الفرشاية الضياطة اللي هي هون.